Welcome back to Nuclear News. This is what is going on in the nuclear energy sector. We're staying on top of these early stage industries, sectors that most of the world is sleeping on. And so nuclear power, this comes from Kazatomprom. Historic demand, a long-term market. So this chart shows utility term contracting, utility spot contracting in dark blue and in light blue. And so what we can see is an uptick in demand from utilities trying to pick up more uranium off of the market, right? So it's a rebound. And you can see the spot price of uranium in yellow responding, right? And so this says everything about the supply-demand fundamentals of the uranium market. We have a small uptick in demand for this resource, and the spot price pumps, right? People always wonder, is the market tight? Well, yes, it absolutely is. And this is what Kazatomprom is saying. 2022 to 2030 forecast uncovered demand of 500 million pounds of uranium utilities expected to return to the market. So we have hundreds of millions of pounds incoming. This is Kazatomprom's expected production volume going forward. 2023 flat to 2022. We just proved we're in a tight market. So 2023 is going to be flat, keeping it tight. And then 2024 is going to bounce back up to where it was in 2016. Scott Melby is the executive vice president of UEC, Uranium Energy Corps. This is what he said. Melby pointed out that current uranium production lags global consumption by more than 50 million pounds per year. There's an urgent need to bring new mines in the market that has provided little incentive to do so in recent years. So while uranium prices have climbed to $58 a pound or more, that will only incentivize the world's most competitive mines. Significantly higher prices will be required to justify a large capital investment in new mine capacity. The long period of low prices that we saw over the last decade did not incentivize new uranium mine development. The market is now headed into this growth phase with a structural deficit in uranium supplies. This is a fact. This is massive. So we try to be as efficient as possible on this channel, trying to summarize this information as best as possible so you can get on with your day. And so this is what Scott Melby means by a growth phase. This picture summarizes the global renaissance of nuclear energy. It comes from spectra.mhi.com. France, Europe's biggest nuclear power generator, plans to extend the lives of all reactors where it is safe to do so and build at least 8 new reactors from 2028. United Kingdom, there are plans for 8 large reactors to be built by 2050, 2 of which are underway, plus investment in developing small modular reactors. United States, U.S. infrastructure bill. Everyone's sleeping on that bill, not realizing the true potential of that. And Inflation Reduction Act include renewed support for nuclear energy, such as keeping plants online for longer and subsidizing smaller, more flexible reactors. China has contributed most of the global supply that has come online since 2010. It's expected to have the world's largest nuclear fleet by 2030, massive growth. Among 10 new reactors planned in India, India aims to build the world's most powerful nuclear plant, producing 75 terawatts per year to serve 70 million households. Japan, in late 2022, Japan reversed long-standing plans to sideline nuclear power generation, made it a core part of its energy policy. This is the global renaissance happening. Massive exponential demand coming to the nuclear energy space. We've been covering this. That summarizes it. At the same time, all this is happening, environmental groups suffer setback in legal fight to close California's last nuclear power plant. So the writing is on the wall. Big money wants nuclear to have a renaissance. Massive governments around the world. It's a globally coordinated nuclear renaissance. And so environmental groups are powerless in this case. Not that they have anything to worry about to begin with, because nuclear is the safest, cleanest source of energy that exists today. At the same time, all this is happening, U.S. doubles imports of Russian uranium to largest amounts since 2005 at a time when we're supposed to be sanctioning Russian uranium. So we're desperate for Russian uranium is what this is saying, right? We know the U.S. is trying to move away from Russia. They can't. They're actually doubling imports. We've talked about how tight the supply is in the U.S. Put the pieces together. We have the Infrastructure Act. We have massive demand. Now we need that supply, and obviously just making the market tighter and tighter. And so year to date, we've seen the Sprott Uranium Miners ETF, which is the larger cap assets in the space, go up 20%. Let's compare that to the broader U.S. stock market benchmark, S&P 500, year to date up 15.53%. Over the last 5 years, the Sprott Uranium Miners ETF is up 192%. And the S&P 500 is up 50%. 1%. This says everything about what is going on. Uranium mining stocks correlated to the broader market, but just massively outperformed the broader market, and we know why.